Alright, how y'all doing? Welcome to Nice Guys Finished Last Podcast, episode 3. Yo, we back in the building.
No.
You catch that, you go. Keep going.
We got almost a full house in here tonight. We got King Beanie himself, Phelps, in the building.
Yeah.
Ray Mac in the cut. We got Sleepy Mac over here. Yes, me, Malls. And then we got a special guest. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Latasha. That's it.
That's so boring.
Latasha, that's it.
I thought it was Latasha the baddest Blake.
So we was gonna get like some horn sounds or.
Alright, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing today? What's up?
What's good with you, man?
I'm good, man. Just another day in the trap, man.
Y'all good? Y'all had a good weekend? Anything going on? Any crazy stories?
I think all my homeboys are beefing over this one white girl, man.
You gotta stop, bro. You gotta chill.
Gosh, yo.
Hey, man, that's. This nigga is wild, bro.
3 of them love the same girl.
Yo,
What do I do?
Bro.
Damn. Same girl?
Is that Trey Songz?
No, that's that R. Kelly and Usher.
Whoa.
Chill on that R.
Chill out.
Too soon. Ain't nobody beefing over the snows. We don't do snows over here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Speak for your damn self.
I'm about to say, Thomas, speak on it. All right.
Thomas done with the snow.
Only partly.
Thomas done with winter.
Thomas done. Winter is over.
I was like,
Partly.
now.
Thomas like that straight jacket leather. Like that goddamn. Oh no, I had a bad one.
You talking about when he done
might as
with
well
snow,
say it
yeah.
now.
No,
Oh.
I ain't gonna say that's kind of fucked up. Some shit don't need to
Those be the funniest jokes.
Oh my
Another
god.
time.
Man, we just off of that. But nah, man, look, it's somebody that I feel like the shot was taking that, you know what I'm saying? I let my boy have it, man. You know what I'm saying? They seem to be in a happy place. You know what I'm saying? He definitely would treat her better than I would, because you know what I'm saying? You know him.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
That nigga don't care, bro. That nigga don't care.
Alright, man. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it then. Alright, so first we're gonna hit a little basketball talk. We ain't talked about no basketball on the podcast yet. So how do y'all feel about James Harden? Is he the best or is it too soon?
Mr. Travel himself.
Best player in the league offensively.
State your name.
For the record.
Where you from?
For the record.
It's Mac, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
One question.
James Harden,
Yep.
best player in the league.
Military brat.
Hey, one question. Can you play actual real life basketball?
Yes,
No,
I
you
can.
can't.
Negative.
Stop. No, you
That's
can't.
a negative on that.
Phelps talking shit, and I done heard that chair squeak about 3 times. It's about to collapse on this nigga.
It collapsed on me. I know it's nigga.
Bro, this nigga all upper body. He do no legs.
He really don't.
Legs buckling up there, bro. He don't even know.
Hit the gym off chest for the leg.
This nigga 5'9", 210, 28 pounds for no reason. This nigga got a desk job.
Nigga went through 4 keyboards this year. They went through 4 keyboards this year.
So you be typing hard as shit.
All this shit for no reason.
Yo, I do legs, man. I be
Big
telling
brother
you.
nigga, man.
I say, Phelps, you trying to do legs? Nah, man, maybe next week.
Bro, I say, bro, this nigga lie like shit,
So
boy.
they thought chicken.
Alright.
Bro, you can't
So
talk.
question. Is that step back of travel? Yes or no?
It's a travel, man.
Why don't they call it?
Because he's James Harden.
Bro, look, the NBA is made for points. Like, why are they scoring 150 to 135 right now, bro? The league ain't never been
So
scoring
you're
that high.
saying nobody playing defense?
They don't give a fuck about
They don't give a
if it's a
damn.
travel or not. If it's going in, fuck it.
I think I agree. I think it's
They gonna take traveling out the fucking.
They gonna
They
take it out.
gonna take the whole traveling out. You feel me?
They gonna make it walk, just run down the court.
They gonna make it 12 fouls, niggas. They gonna lower the rim. Nigga, we ain't gonna stop until it's 200 back in the like Globetrotter ABA days.
Yeah.
I'm chilling and true, bro. Just like football.
And then with defense, you can't really play defense in today's NBA neither.
You're right. Ain't no more hand checking.
Nothing.
Ain't no more nothing. Like it's an offensive league now.
Yep.
But To play devil's advocate, man, you ain't gotta hit a nigga in the face to say you playing defense.
Nobody said we had to play it.
Why you want to be the devil's friend?
I'm just saying, man. I seen the Pistons play defense. It wasn't all that.
You talking about the 2000?
I'm talking about the Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars
Oh, you talking about
Pistons.
the 90s
It wasn't all
Pistons.
that compared to who?
Nigga, this 2019.
I'm just saying that was when hand checking was okay, and they damn near beat Michael Jordan ass just to
Right.
stop him from getting the
Bad
bucket.
boy Pistons.
If you gotta play defense like that to stop somebody from
But you don't have to. But we talking about a little bit of bumping.
I'm okay
Nowadays,
a little
you can't
bit.
even touch nobody. You can't touch nobody now. Like you can't do anything.
That's
What
true.
Stephen A. say? If you got bad breath, they call a foul on you.
Facts.
How James Harden is leading the league in foul shots and stuff. Like, come on, man. Foul attempts on that.
Bro, but it ain't even close.
Yeah.
It
It's
ain't
crazy.
even close.
That
So
shit's
then
a
by
travel.
that, so then with all that in account, is he the best player in the league?
He's not the best player.
Who better?
Still
I think
LeBron.
Giannis
Who's the
Who-
best?
who better?
Who's the best?
I'll take
LeBron.
Giannis.
Ain't played the last 16 games. Next, who
LeBron.
better?
Still
I'll take
LeBron.
Giannis. I'll take Steph.
LeBron?
LeBron.
So if they miss the playoffs this year, he's still the best player.
He's not
Facts.
gonna miss the playoffs.
Bro, they gonna make the
They're not
playoffs.
in playoff contention right now. And if they lose to the Suns, they 4 games back
Out of 8,
out of 8.
Look at the Cleveland
now,
Cavaliers right now.
10.
They always, whenever you take LeBron off any team, bro, they get worse. It's to be expected.
So you think LeBron's gonna go on a tear?
They say he already
I
made
expect
the
nothing
run.
less.
Okay. Best bet, he makes it to the 7th seed, and they're going to go running into the Nuggets.
so they're gonna run into the damn. I think they'll beat the Rockets.
I don't know about
They're not gonna beat.
Come on,
They're not gonna play the
Lakers?
Rockets.
Lakers will beat the Rockets if
I
they
don't
make
know
the
about
playoffs.
that.
In a first round matchup, let's say the Lakers make a push, right, and they go for the 8th seed. That means they're going against the Warriors in the first round.
sure.
Elimination.
Right, I give you that. That's
They go against the Nuggets in the first round. Elimination.
I don't know about
Easy.
that.
They're a better team.
But I think playoff Brown is another level. Like, he got a different level when it's playoff time.
Yeah, but this is his first time in the Western Conference where teams are actually built
I should
to
ask
handle
you,
a player.
are you don't believe in LeBron? Like,
Man, it's not a matter of believing in LeBron. I've seen what he can do.
What
You know what I'm
done
saying?
seen?
I've
What you done
seen
seen?
LeBron perform.
What you
But I've
seen?
also seen LeBron perform against a lot of weaker players in a weaker conference.
Bro, you talking about the Golden State Warriors, who had to get Kevin Durant. So, I have one question. Without Kevin Durant, is LeBron beating them in the finals?
Which year?
Which year? Which year? Like last year's team?
No.
Bro, whatever year Kevin Durant added, every year after that, just remove
First-
Kevin.
first
they
year-
meet in the finals every year.
First
after that.
year? No. Second, last year? Yeah, they would have beat them.
Bro, they would have beat him last year.
Golden
Sure.
State would have beat LeBron last year. I
sure.
feel like the first year, all the momentum they had, they still had Kyrie too.
Mhm.
They would have beat Golden State.
Kevin Durant is the X factor. Like, hands down is the reason why he can't beat Golden State. Single-handedly, bro, he had that team up to beat one person.
Yeah, and there are like 3 teams in the West that LeBron
not-
can't beat.
Come on, man.
If they run into him in the playoffs, he can't beat the Warriors.
They're like 3 teams in the East he ain't gonna beat though.
Did you watch the series last year with the Pacers and the
Yeah, I watched that Pacers series. It went to
Toronto
7.
shit? When
It
they
went to 7.
dominated.
But that was another
They
reason.
didn't
Like,
dominate the
I'm
Pacers.
talking about the Raptors.
Okay, yeah.
The Raptors, he dominated.
okay, that was the only series he dominated because the
agree.
other 2 was game 7s.
I agree 100%. But as a dude
But he still
that,
dominated the Boston though.
He did
but
dominate.
have you
Boston.
ever been like the top 10 player on your team, like you personally ever played? Have you ever been like top 10 on the team? Fuck no.
Nah,
you haven't,
I'm
bro.
in the same category as you. You were in the mirror baller.
I give you that.
I almost made the league, but I play in the Air Force
Brother,
instead.
I don't play
Like
on
that.
shit. We get paid regardless if I play or not.
You
I'm talking
play high
about
school ball.
your level of talent.
I'm trying to figure out what they got to do with LeBron James.
Because it's analytics.
It's like
analytics.
Bro, you don't understand because you ain't never been good.
I'm just saying, Phelps, you ball amongst ass niggas, but when you get against good niggas, like, how good are you?
No, versus the team, right? So that's perfect, right? So LeBron is a great individual player. But when you go against a great team, you're going to lose every time. Oh, my bad. So, I mean, like, so what you going to do? But the only reason I bring up your personal skill is because you don't know what it's like. So your opinion is jaded.
My opinion isn't jaded. I just watch basketball. It's just going. I've never denied he's the greatest player in the league.
It's analytics though.
He's just in a harder conference.
It's not analytics
He's-
though.
What you mean?
Meaning you're giving your point of view for someone who's never played that sport before.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that.
No,
I've
not
seen.
played
No,
it.
listen.
Played
I've
it
seen
good.
what LeBron can do. I've seen what LeBron can do. LeBron's a great player, but he's going up against teams that are
That's
built
better.
for the playoffs.
Right.
They're just better built teams, and
Right.
LeBron's not going to beat them.
But is it, brother? But you saying to single-handedly go against? Because really, only competition in the East was LeBron. And now he's going against the West with other great teams, right?
Yeah.
But if you take the Lakers, right, other than like Kyle Kuzma, who else does the Lakers have? Like when you really think about it.
I mean, so you proving my point. Am I wrong in what I'm saying? He's going to lose. If he goes in 8th or 7th, he's going to lose. That's my point. I'm just like, and I'm not saying that he's not a great player because he is, obviously. But we already knew what he was doing. He could have signed anywhere he wanted to. It was a free agent signing. It wasn't a trade. He picked the Lakers. And then if they don't make a blockbuster trade, then they're a first round elimination.
But you saying like they wouldn't even make the playoffs. It was like 16 games.
If they don't go on the tear after the All-Star break, no, they won't.
But they is like.
How are they going? I'm saying LeBron's missed 16 games, right?
Right,
the most games of his career.
I agree.
He lost these games. He's left, and they've lost a lot of games.
I'm
right now, if the playoffs were to start today, the Lakers wouldn't make the playoffs.
I'm with you.
So I'm saying after the All-Star break, if he even plays in the All-Star game, because nobody knows yet. So after the All-Star break, if they don't go on the tear and get like mad wins, they won't make the playoffs.
Do you believe that? You believe they're gonna make the playoffs?
Yeah, they can sneak in. It's LeBron. I mean, LeBron, they can sneak in, but I'm just saying if they do, they going in the first round.
Rush behind them too.
Look, we went from James Harden to who the best player, right? Now, like, would you say James Harden is the best player in the NBA based on what? That he can score a lot?
He's not best.
This season, he's better than LeBron James.
Based off what?
Based off all your best players going down, and you start off the season slower than everybody expected. Because you remember, the Rockets started off shit this season. Now they like 5th in the West. And James Harden been going on a tear, 50 points, 40 points, 30 points over a span of 14 games. When Chris Paul's been gone, Clint Capella's gone, Eric Gordon just got back because he was gone, and Chris Paul just got back tonight.
I think that's what the point is. They're trying to say is like, would he be going on this tear if they wasn't giving him all these fouls? If he wasn't getting all these foul shots,
He gets a lot of calls, bro.
Would he be going on this tear that we talking about?
Would you consider that fair? Like, if you really thought about it, like, if we did the same shit, but I'm getting paid billions of dollars more than you, but I'm doing the same shit you doing. Why does James Harden? Why? When did it become like James Harden?
I don't think he can be the best player.
Like, when did James Harden become the foul guy?
Points coming from the foul line, and that's like you depend on that. I can't really see you as the best player.
But let's not get it twisted.
Especially when they hit playoffs and they ain't calling the same amount of fouls.
He don't do this in the playoffs. That's facts. When the playoff James Harden ain't the same.
So y'all are y'all saying that James Harden is only the best because he get a lot of foul calls? Because LeBron is number 2 this season either.
I mean, that got a lot to do with the fluff of his points.
Yeah, the fluff of his points is he got a lot of foul shots. It's just crazy.
I mean, that's what the refs are calling.
Exactly.
The refs are calling fouls.
I think that's what they're saying.
He knows how to throw his body into someone to get the foul call.
So
and if
they're saying.
No. James Harden.
How did that make him a better player?
Bro, it's over 40 games into the season. If the refs don't realize what he's doing now, how is that on anybody as a fan?
They like it. It's entertainment. Everybody loves it. They love seeing it.
What you want, fans? You want to entertain. This is really entertainment. So if they score more points, of course the NBA gonna like it. Of course
they want to see. They saw James Harden had 3
but you know what, though?
50-point games in a row. They want to see him score like
business.
5.
I think a lot of people don't think this way because at work we was talking about this and I said NBA, NFL. You gotta remember this is a business. If you're entertainment, I'm gonna keep on helping that. Right. You want them numbers to go up.
Right.
So sometimes like people would be like, "Yo, but this is crazy. Look at this." I'm like, it's a business though.
So you saying that LeBron don't get calls either?
I think he does.
Like, in all honesty, all stars in the NBA get calls.
I'm about to say, if you're not a star in the NBA, don't expect the rest to be caring about you.
Right.
So how are we gonna sit here and bash James Harden for just being a star?
I ain't bashing it. I'm just saying that
he's not the best player.
Off of raw basketball. Like playing basketball, running the game, knowing the game. Nah, he ain't the best player.
Look, man, when McCormick, when he likes somebody, he gonna ride for him.
Because 2 years ago, when we talking about he was a super bum, he said Melo was top.
2 years ago.
What was it? 3 years ago?
You talking about Harden or Melo?
I'm talking about Melo. He said Melo was top 15 when he was on the last leg at the Knicks.
Last leg.
He was on his last leg.
When they ranked them 80, and you was like, when they ranked them 80, you were like, yo, you tell me there's 79 players better than
Yes.
Melo? Like, yes, better.
Yeah, so are you ever going to retract that statement? That year he got ranked 80, and you talking about he was top 15?
Never.
Bro,
Never retracted that.
You said
y'all told me the same thing.
That's why we can't believe nothing you're saying.
The same thing when I said James Harden deserved MVP that year. Russell Westbrook won it.
That's a lie.
That was a lie. Russell Westbrook. No. Right? Check this out. Russell Westbrook been averaging a triple double for the past 3 seasons.
Right.
Okay.
not even top 5 for the past 2 years in MVP
Who else has
voting.
done that though?
But
No, and that's cool.
And
I'm not saying it's not
the reason why I
historical.
think you was being weird with it is because we saw somebody literally carry the whole entire team to the point where he couldn't sit down.
Carry Melo over
and
last
then
too.
and then
Melo
when
wasn't
he
on that
went,
team.
When he went up against
Last
James
year,
Harden,
too.
when they went up against James Harden, it was like, damn, these games kind of tight for one person. Yeah, one person against James Harden.
Y'all looking like hypocrites because everything Russell Westbrook did with that triple-double shit, James Harden is doing right now.
No, we're talking about when you got nobody else on your team.
Bro, that year
And
James Harden...
let's be real.
leading
Let's
league
be
in
real.
foul shots
Victor
either.
Oladipo wasn't that nice back then. He wasn't Victor Oladipo. He is
Eric
now.
Gordon wasn't all that nice back then. They was about the same level.
Nigga,
Look, your point was Eric Gordon 3-point. He didn't
Eric
3-point
Gordon was
shots.
still a go-to 3-point shooter on
Yeah,
the
that was
team.
you who said that.
Bro, look.
This is the thing. You try to make it seem like we bashed James Harden. We weren't bashing James Harden. We were just saying somebody deserved it over him.
Right.
James Harden was good,
There's
but
no way he
just
was the
wasn't
most valuable player
that year.
over Russell Westbrook.
If you took James
Russell
Harden off
couldn't
that
sit
team,
down for 2 minutes.
James Harden couldn't
Exactly.
sit down. He can't sit down right now. He got Chris
Stop.
Paul.
Patrick Beverly. But Method Nene, I think, went 30 for 30 against the Thunder. He was doing whatever he wanted.
Bro,
He ain't
I
gonna
watched that year.
Yeah,
I watched Westbrook. They had to lead 15, 20 points. He sat down for 2 minutes. By the start of the fourth quarter, they was down by 6 points. How is that possible, bro?
He ain't got nothing to say.
Well, look, I'm going to wrap it up like this, man.
Look, man, I got another topic.
You see what James Harden doing right now?
Facts.
MVP worthy or no?
Yeah.
Yes, but the better question is,
Is it fluff?
can he do it in the playoffs? We define James Harden as a great player, yes, but most of his critics hate on him because when it's playoff time,
He folds.
he fold.
Do you not see what he's doing? He's gassed by the playoffs.
I hear you.
I'm just
asking.
like Phelps. Let's say this. I know you're an intramural baller, so you can relate to
Come on, talk to
someone.
me. Talk to me. Get my shots.
If we playing
30 points,
13, we
I will be 30
let's say this, we
okay.
playing 13 games in a matter of 2 months,
Right.
and you scoring 40 points every night.
Right.
You ain't tired by the time the playoffs come around? Cause
Oh my
I'm just saying, are you tired by the time the playoffs come around?
That's
yes or
crazy
no?
that you say that, man.
Yes, bro, Phelps. Yes or no? Cause you know what it's like to be the best player on the team. You know what I'm saying. So I'm just asking, just to get your perspective.
But we talking about when you know what you're going against when it's playoff time. You know you're gonna be playing more minutes. That's your fault if you ain't conditioned enough to do what need to get done.
Look, Phelps, conditioning I'm telling you, conditioning can only go so far, man. Like if you playing 82 games, then you go into the playoffs to play another 8,
Why do we
10.
ask the question with James Harden, but not Bron or not Curry? Or
Same
not,
shit.
Why
What
we
do you
asking
mean?
them questions with them?
What do you mean?
But look, but you saying like in the finals, James Harden haven't made it past the second round.
He's been in the finals before.
No, I'm saying with the Rockets.
He's made it to the Western Conference Finals. Let me tell you the
Not
teams.
with the-
Let me tell you the teams James Harden lost to since he's been in Houston. Golden State, San Antonio. All
Right.
them teams have been good.
Right, I give you that. But we talking like when it's go time, when it's game 7 or game 6, when it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes left, and James Harden got the rock. He fumbled every time. It ain't never like he came through, he hit a step back 3. None of his moves work when it's clutch time in the playoffs.
Because they're not going to call that. It's too high
Right.
of a stake.
They gonna let him play.
To worry about that controversial travel call.
James Harden's been in Houston for 4 years, right?
Oh, damn.
No, I'm just saying.
Answer that.
I'm just getting my point. He's been in Houston for 4 years. First year, got eliminated by the Warriors. The Golden State Warriors who won the NBA championship.
I hear you.
Are you going to comment on what Phelps said, though?
What's up? He's not conditioned
Why?
enough for the playoffs?
For the-
Oh, he's not
No,
clutch?
'cause like he doesn't come through, period.
Game 7 of last year, he didn't come through.
Right. And the
He did.
time he had 10 turnovers, 9 turnovers? When Chris Paul, everybody said if Chris Paul would have played, they would have won.
They would've
Not
won.
that James, he doing it now without Chris Paul. Why he couldn't do it then? Chris Paul is going to get injured. He's going to miss games.
I mean, but that was still against the greatest team ever created then.
Do he not?
They was still
does he
up
come through,
3-2.
yes or no?
Was they up 3-2 with
They
2
got
games
3-2.
left? Yes or no?
But they lost one of their best
McCollum-
players.
Was they up 3-2?
That's the same thing. The Warriors was up 3-1 in the finals.
I
They
said
lost
they
Draymond
won-
Green and they lost the series.
They
But
didn't lose
who
Draymond
came
Green
through?
for one game.
Kyrie came through, though, right?
I ain't saying Kyrie didn't come through, but
Did
that's
he
the
come-
same
yes
thing.
or no? Did he come through?
Kyrie came through, but it's the
man.
same thing.
Who gonna win the Super Bowl, Patriots or the Chiefs?
Well, the Chiefs ain't in the Super Bowl.
Patriots or the Rams?
Bro, look, all right, look, we're going to wrap it up saying this, bro. James Harden is the MVP, on his way, yes. But he's not the best player until LeBron doesn't win in the Lakers. I feel if LeBron don't win it this year, next year, I'll pass it the torch.
Win what? Like a chip?
Yeah.
He's not winning
I
that
give
shit
LeBron
this
2
year.
years to dominate before he have his like downfall.
It
Like,
depends on what type of trades go on in this offseason.
yeah, for sure.
If they don't get nobody,
Right.
I'm talking about with Golden State, because Golden State keeps this team, but they're not gonna keep Boogie.
No,
whatever,
Boogie won't have that
but if
bad.
they get a formidable center, they can still have a presence in playoffs next year.
Yeah, they definitely need a veteran talent. It's either you keep that ball in the mix, or you gotta blow that up. You gotta make a choice. But I feel like Bron is reigning for at least this year and maybe one more year, and then I'll pass it to Giannis or Anthony Davis before I pass it to James Harden.
I'll give it to Anthony Davis.
Before I pass it to James
But
Harden.
hell, Anthony Davis not even playing right now because of an injury.
you gonna pass it to those two?
I pass it to them before I pass
I'll
it
do
to
the
James
same
Harden.
thing.
All right, so let's talk
No
about
lie.
the Super Bowl then.
No, it's like, as much as I hate to say it, Patriots, but
You always
I
hate to
want
say-
the
always
I
hate to
want
say
the
something.
Rams to do it, but Brady the GOAT.
I give you that.
Brady the GOAT.
I'm still rooting for the Rams though. I'm a root for them, but I expect the
No, I'm saying I'm a root for them.
I want the
But
Rams
when they
to win.
lose, I'm not gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
It's like I want the Rams to win, but I always go for the underdog. And this is like the first year the Patriots have ever been an underdog.
The thing is, they the underdog, but I still don't feel like they the underdog.
Exactly.
Brady's been proven in this. He's done this too many times.
Yeah.
They dynasty still.
If the
Still
Patriots
reigning.
win, they win about a lot.
But just
If
know,
the Rams win, it's gonna be close.
but just know they won last.
Yeah.
Well, they lost. They should have lost last week. It was offsides
Well, yeah.
away from them not winning. You know what I'm saying?
NFL's rigged.
The NFL when he right before he threw that pick, it was an offside. So if he wouldn't have been offside, yeah, they would have lost that game. Yeah, not before the pass interference and all that dumb shit, but
You saying the Saints?
they would have lost.
But I mean, if it wouldn't have been that damn close, they wouldn't have to worry about it.
I'll give you that. But he did throw the pick. The pick was
If
there.
they-
The
because
game would have been over.
So
They messed up on a couple. They got down in the red zone, had to kick field goals instead of touchdowns. If they'd have converted those touchdowns, the game
so-
wouldn't have been close.
They got off
So
slow.
another question. This is what I've been arguing with a couple of folks with. They say the pick is the reason why the Saints lost, right?
Mm.
So do you feel like the overtime rules need to change?
Yes.
Because I feel like
It needs to be
that's
like
the
college.
reason why, like exactly, like at least you get one chance to score, and then if you don't score, if either team doesn't score, they go to a second overtime or whatnot.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are saying like, well, the overtime game. I mean, the Patriots game. Like, oh, well, the Chiefs had 4 quarters to beat the Patriots, and you get your one chance to coin flip. It's like that's what's fair about it, like because it's a coin flip. And you have your one chance to win, whatever.
Yep.
I feel like each side should get a chance to win, should get a chance to score because we can always say the Saints had 4 quarters to win in their game as well.
At least in the playoffs, maybe not in the regular season, but at least in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Have them both be able to touch the ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? At
Because
least
I'm
you
saying
score a
this is taking
touchdown.
it down.
We got like the potential MVP.
Y'all leaving it down to basically one drive.
Just a lucky coin. If you get the flip,
Exactly.
then you got it. Patriots went down, scored a touchdown, game over. Like you didn't get a
that's
chance to get the
stupid.
ball back.
Because then it makes exciting. It makes
Yeah.
exciting games. Just like the what game was that?
College.
In the college when was it Oklahoma and
You talking about was like 7
yeah.
shooters.
when they kept going. It kept going and kept going. They go down, scored. Another team get the ball. They scored and they scored.
I think that's fair though.
So then it just shows who
It's
got
fair,
it.
and I feel like
who
it's
got heart.
entertaining for the fans too.
True, yeah.
Yeah, it makes the game exciting. You sitting there on the edge of your seat for like 3 overtimes.
I agree. But it's an offensive league, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They don't care about their defense. So I get that.
It's just not
All right.
rumors.
So all right, we're gonna get off of that. We're gonna get into the next little topic real quick. So we ain't gonna shout the movie out because ain't no free promotion over here. You gotta pay us. So
He ain't lying.
you gotta pay us.
Nigga, we got 18 subscribers, bro. Ain't nobody paying us.
Hey,
Be
ain't
humble,
paying
yeah.
us.
Nigga, we ain't yet, you know what I'm saying? We ain't know what it is.
Hey, that's yet.
Shit, we
That's
need to
yet.
start shouting out.
I know, right?
Hey, we gotta pay the bills.
Hey guys, get Baraji.
The only people I'm shouting out. Is Apple and Spotify. Y'all trying to sign us for episode 3?
Jack Freeman.
Hey, come on here and hop in early. And Jack Freeman, go check it. Go check it
My
out.
cousin, it's my kinfolk.
Go check it out. He out of Houston. Go ahead, check him out.
This nigga wow, man.
But there's a movie coming out. There was a trailer, and let's see, there was a female actress that got the powers to read male minds.
To like hear what they saying.
Hear what they saying, regardless if they talking or not. They just
female actress, huh?
A female actress, an African American female actress.
Rhymes with Baraji. Simpson.
She was in Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's free promotion. She was in Crazy Coy.
She hated Jody at one point, but didn't fuck him when he yelled back at her.
So, how do y'all feel about that? What if that was a real thing? What if we could hear the opposite sex's thoughts? How do y'all feel about that? Would that be crazy? Would it make a more honest world?
I think we should let our special guest.
Oh no,
You know
why?
what I'm saying?
Natasha, what kind of thoughts you got on it?
You know what I'm saying? I want to hear her perspective.
Got nervous real quick. All right. If I could read opposite sex mind.
Would you want to?
Yeah.
Would you want?
Yeah, let's start with that. Would you want to
want to hear that all day, like all day long?
No, not really. I would probably want to know what you're thinking sometimes.
So you're saying like,
Not
so if
really.
you were able to
she
pick
hears
and
it
choose,
regardless, that
you
she
wanna be
can't
selective.
choose, or she can like choose.
I wanted to be
But
selective.
in this movie, it's like going on all the time.
all the time.
It's like,
Yeah.
like she can't.
Somebody who
That's
takes
stressful.
pride in
Just
having a
imagine.
tea, I feel like Blake, that
You
you,
have-
would love to have that power.
Oh, what's up, Tom?
Takes pride in having
That's
the
why I
tea.
said selective. I don't want to hear about the
She gonna walk up asking hella questions.
Blake
And just
gonna
look at
push your tea ready for anybody. I got everything.
I'm like-
But like, it's like we all work customer service here.
Period.
Like we all around like.
Man,
like
that'd be
people,
crazy.
Like male and females all the time.
That's true.
Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine
Old,
like hearing
young.
this all day? Old and young. And you know the old heads.
Yeah, and they annoying.
They see the young thick thing.
Y'all seen that video?
I
Y'all
wish
seen
I
that
was your
video where
babysitter.
that old
Yeah,
ass white dude was like, them titties.
See what I'm saying?
Just imagine that he thinking.
I love to be a-
What
No,
do you?
not really.
I guess another question would be, what do you think they say?
What would I think? Like, who you got kind of...
Like a random dude, like, you know what I'm saying? A
I
random
feel
dude
like y'all don't
sees
think
you.
about nothing. So it'll be like a whole bunch of air up there.
What about
Damn.
like one of your friends? Like you imagine you talking to them and then you walk
Exactly.
away and then you can hear them what they say when they walk away. Like
You
this
can have
girl,
a lot of
like
fun.
this bitch crazy as hell. Man, I don't know why
I
she
feel
going
like y'all
back with
probably
James
think that
James.
already, though.
Damn, she got fat.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
I know
look,
we good, but damn, if I get your ass fucked up, shit.
Nah, you good.
Or it'd be like, yeah, this is my shot right here. Let me try to break him
Nah.
up.
There
You
you
know what I'm
see.
saying?
If I heard you thinking that, I'll laugh. I'd be like, you need this file.
But how you gonna be like, hey, I heard you?
You can't tell them.
Exactly.
you can't.
I'm
Well, I'm
just be like,
saying like
yeah.
it would be like one of
Nobody
those. I feel like it'd be like one of those. You sitting there and like you say you think some wild shit and she heard it. You don't think she heard it. You don't know that she can hear
Right.
you. So then she's sitting there like,
You see her scoot away from you.
yeah.
something
And you're like shit. What happened?
What
I
I do?
stank.
My breath stink.
Oh, shit.
And she's sitting there like,
That's
and
a good point.
especially like I don't know, not to take it there, but what if some nigga sitting there like plotting on you or something, and you can read that, you see that, and you like,
Well, then you can get out.
yeah, I'm saying it would help you at that point, but it's like, what if he noticed? He's like, shit, where's she going?
Away from
Why she
your ass.
started walking faster?
But then you walking away and you hear all the other niggas like, damn, look at that ass. Damn,
She out picking in them.
you know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear that all the
That's what I'm
time.
saying. But then that's when it be like, it play on your self-esteem and play on your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be the opposite. You know what I'm saying? What if you ain't Natasha Blake? What if you
Dang, whole government?
My
God.
bad, damn, my fault. You right. Edit that out. But what
God.
if I'm so used to doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? What if you ain't who you are and you might have some self-esteem issues about yourself, and then that might get played on. You know what I'm saying? When you talking to
It's
people.
not only just about like your self-esteem. It's probably just knowing what the person is thinking. I think that's it's like kind of weird. I only, like you said, when it comes to tea, I probably only want to know it then. Like if you lying and all the other stuff, like that.
What about your relationships? What about the person you're talking
Yeah,
to?
what you really want to know what your significant other is saying all the time.
Good question.
You see that nigga on Instagram. Like, do you really want to know?
Good
Like you
question.
say, you
what
walk
he's
up,
thinking
you
about?
walk up, and you sitting here like, who this bitch? And he like,
I would want to
Yo,
know.
that's
then,
my-
yes,
yo,
yes,
that's
I
my-
want to know who
That's
the
my
bitch
cousin.
that's my cousin. And then
I want to know who the bitch is.
in his mind, he's sitting there like,
I was blowing that back out last
he
night.
like, shit, I should
I'm
he like, shit, I should have
like
liked that picture.
Yeah, that bitch work.
He like, shit, I didn't know she was gonna check.
But look,
Right.
but seriously, like I said, it can't be selective. So, like you see a man like on Instagram, Snapchat, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, would you really want to know what he's thinking when he's going through all these pictures or whatever? Like
Yes, I do.
all the time.
Yes, I do.
That's
You ain't
So
trust
question,
at all.
so
You
question, so
trust-
question.
No.
No,
I'm not saying
yeah.
that.
Can you trust
I'm not
yourself?
saying. Yes, he has an Instagram, and yes, he followed
Blake,
bitches. And
not
yes,
you, Blake.
Oh, you talking about people?
Power Blake. When you got your power,
we had that power. Would you want to know that?
Not regular you. Just Blake. We just speaking objective. Get your personal life.
Damn, Vic.
He said damn, Vic. Oh,
Blake,
living in your
when you got the
world.
power to do it, like to read minds, would you want to know all the time? Like 20.
Not all the time. I already told y'all I would want it some like I pick.
She said she wanted selective. She
Select,
wasn't.
yeah, but it would be if that was the thing. Like if he was on IG or whatever, yeah, I want to know. Be like, who this?
So okay, so my
Yeah,
question from that is
Yeah, great question.
So so you say, like you said, you together, you love this man and all this, and he just on Instagram looking at a chick or whatever, and there ain't nothing happening, there ain't nothing going on. But you looking, but you go by and all you hear, and you can't see the phone, but all you hear is, damn that ass, or damn she got a. Would you be mad?
No, I'm not gonna be mad because every day in life you see people. There's going to be females like that look better than me. You gonna see them like damn.
It's one thing to be like, okay, I know people think this, but for you to actually hear your significant other.
But you should be able to say, be like, yo, look, she got a fat ass.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was gonna say. That's how my relationship.
So then I take
anyway.
it like this. He's sitting there, and you hear him thinking like some nasty ass shit, like wanting to do some nasty.
Okay,
ass
now
shit.
he kind of pushing me. Now he wild.
But I'm saying, but he's not doing it. He's not doing it. He's still. He's all right, Meek. He's sitting there he's sitting there at home chilling, and you know he ain't doing nothing. He cool. But he's sitting here thinking about it. Like you explicitly hear him detailing how he want to break that down.
Now that he getting cussed out for.
Why?
Because let me say why. Because I don't want to bring religions and stuff into it, but in the shut up. In Christianity they say adultery. And it's a sin in your mind too. So if you sitting there, shut the hell up. I'm saying, if you could think that in your mind, oh my God, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Oh hell no, your ass getting cussed out.
But how you gonna bring religion and then say your ass gonna get cussed out?
No, I'm not saying like
She said I'm gonna cuss you out in the name of the Lord.
On Sunday.
Period. On the Sunday.
I got a question.
That's what I'm saying.
I got a question for you, right? Since you say you only want selective. Now, if you was to have a real relationship, would you want trust 100%, right? You want to know everything. So why would you only want selective if you had the power to know? But if you had a real relationship, you want to know everything.
That's a good question.
I ain't gonna lie, you got to say your question again.
Oh, you
I'm about to say this nigga.
He said a lot.
I told you a 5 on the F cap means it's a 600 on a
Shut up! No, I had a 5 on F cap.
That's a 600 on the SAT.
Shut up.
I'm saying like right, you had the power to like know what he was thinking, right?
Okay.
But you only say you wanted selective of what he was thinking, right? But if you had a real relationship, say your personal life, you would want to know everything he was doing. Not everything, but in the moment you were asked, you want him to keep it honest with you, keep it 100 with you. Now, why would you only want selective then? But you want to know everything like in your regular life.
I'm not like that really. I don't know how to say, like, I'm not like that really with the whole know everything or whatever, like, if that makes sense. I'm not going to bitch at you to know everything. If you tell me you going to the mall, okay, you ain't got to tell me every single store you going into. You ain't got to tell me this, and that. I'm not really like that, to be honest. I only get crazy when you say you're going to the mall, but you end up going to, like, somewhere else, the barbershop, whatever. Or the strip club. You lying, going to the strip club, but you said you taking out the trash.
What I say?
So that's.
Put him a corner. Hey, I'm not taking.
That's.
Okay, so. Okay, what about y'all?
How you gonna edit this out?
So.
He had it.
This is all jokes. We're not saying he do this stuff. I don't believe he do this stuff.
But you gotta.
This is foolishness, man.
All right. So what about y'all? How y'all feel? Would you want it?
I want to hear what Phelps got to say about this.
If I had the power to listen, if we talking about like regular day shit, I probably want to.
Like it's all the time.
Yeah, it would probably be just on some entertainment shit. It probably like when you first happen, you probably be like, "Damn, this shit cool as fuck." But I feel like after a week, 2 weeks, you ain't gonna be able to trust nobody. It's like getting rich. You know what I'm saying? Like your perspective of everybody you hang with gonna change. your family, or like. If I win a pot of money, like my dynamics for everybody change. You know what I'm saying?
You go to a family reunion and your auntie.
That's how you. I love and miss you, man. This nigga ain't shit. He ain't come to see me. He don't call me.
No. You hear your auntie talking about, damn, Phelps done got big.
I thought that boy was in the Air Force.
Shit.
I'm about to fry both of y'all, bro.
I'm talking about like, yo, Phelps, is he single? Talking like that. Like you hear like your auntie's talking like that.
That nigga
You saying she sitting there? Nah, I know why your ass single. Ain't never brought no woman home.
You see what I'm saying? Like, let's say like you have like older cousins, well, not just like auntie, but like older cousins that you hear them talking about you sexually. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie. In my family,
You
if you
from the
come
South.
over that age, you ain't bringing a
saying.
female home. They starting to think you gay.
Yeah.
No, now I see what you're saying.
see
Because
what I'm
I
saying?
do
You
got a
saying-
fine ass cousin.
You see what
That's
I'm
what I'm saying.
I do. I have this one cousin.
See, look, hold on. As a nigga that y'all talking about, like I ain't in the room, but I feel that it's just levels to life that you live, right? Everybody live differently. Now, the crazy part is my uncle make this joke all the time, right? But when I tell him, it's like, bro, it's like, man, you gotta be ready for that life. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you go on 30, we put this limit on 30 as the age you're supposed to.
Yeah, because that's when your reproduction is going down now.
Right, I give you
at
that.
the last
But it's all about being prepared for kids. Now, the people that have it, my bad.
Hold on, we going on to a whole different conversation.
No, it's a part of it, though.
it's a
It's a part of it. Like, cause I'm living it. Like, when you're under 25, financially, you might not be ready to have kids.
You're not.
As you get older, like 28, I can have a kid and it's not gonna cripple my life, which can make better for the kid. Now, but when you talk as a youngster, you have kids 19, 20, not for they tell you like to have kids, but the financial responsibility of kids, you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
That's right.
You should regular have them now, 19.
Like,
It is very regular.
This is a whole different conversation.
You first, but no, it's
What's got to do with reading minds?
no, but I'm saying like in that, it's like everything changes, your dynamic changes, your relationship, your family change. It's all gonna change. I can't really like talk to you regular because I'm like reading your mind.
So you're saying you wouldn't be able to
But it would be only the females though. You wouldn't read our minds though.
Yeah, you can't read the male's minds. You only read in the opposite sex mind.
I mean, for them too. Like,
Like I said, it'd be different. I feel like it'd be crazy as far as like.
So she a fourth cousin.
Bro, this nigga from the South for real.
This nigga said, "Is that my cousin? That's my cousin."
Wow.
Oh,
It really do be like that sometimes.
See?
Look, man, look at it. South too.
This one you
Not
know.
saying we do that, but
But I
I'm
mean,
just
it
saying,
ain't looked
like-
down on.
No, it ain't that. I mean, it's frowned upon.
It
It's
is.
not- It's one of those don't ask, don't tell.
It's like if you
man.
get caught, like,
Yeah, don't. I mean, if you get caught,
wear a condom,
you
man.
don't get
We're all-
stoned.
That's
But
what
I
I'm
know
saying,
some
yeah.
people that's a couple cousins
They
down
gon-
and their kids
They
alright.
gonna black sheep you, but
I'm gonna tell you right now, dog. We in Omaha, Nebraska, right now. You know how small North Omaha is?
Yeah.
yeah, incest is best, so.
Incest is big. I'm telling you. What ain't
I just feel
crazy?
like it'd be crazy like when it comes to say I'm going to get a job, and I walk in and you get to hear the first impression. Like, your boss has it. You walk in and it's a female that's doing the interview.
Like
That's
a
gonna be hiring
receptionist
you.
type thing?
No, I'm saying like you going in for the interview and like say the boss is a female and I can read her mind, and I walk in for the interview.
Damn, look at that bulge.
Yeah, she's sitting there. Look at that man dingo.
You talking about the print?
She got the damn. Ooh.
Bulge.
She gonna be like, look at that man
Go
dingo
with them dress pants.
with that
I ain't gonna
schlong.
lie. She probably most likely is going to think that though, because
See
you
what
think
I'm
that
saying?
off rip. Like that's your natural thinking. You gonna think that off rip.
Guys think that, females think that, but like females don't admit to it like that.
Yeah.
You know
They
what I
don't, but I'm gonna tell you, yeah, I look.
mean? Okay.
So then, or say you walk in and she like, look at this ugly motherfucker.
Yup, the word would be that.
So you tell me Vic came in.
Vic ugly ass. Every time I see Vic, I be like, damn, he's so fucking
Oh,
ugly.
bro, but look, that's why I said when I was talking about her,
That's
I
why
was
you
like,
shoulda came.
it can go opposite. Like if you have self-esteem and confidence problems, if everybody walk to say attract a female and that's the like shit that she said, you're gonna be kind of fucked
Yeah,
up.
how would you feel if
You saying it's gonna gas her up?
Yeah, how,
No, they gonna be like, damn, I can't wait till she turn around. I'm tired of
Exactly.
looking at her face. What you say?
how you gonna
Don't play me.
no, like for real, as a female, how you gonna feel if you go to a job interview, it's a job you really want, and you hear this dude saying, the boss saying like, all this crazy stuff. So, yeah, she need to bend that ass over. She need to do all this, do that. Or you could be like, yo, I don't like being this type of around this type of energy. Or you two be like, I know I got this job. You know what I mean?
Right.
What if he's sitting there like, damn, like she's up this thing right now. I'll give her the whole company.
Give it his raise.
Shit, I'm gonna give her a share.
Cause you know the old head boss, you always go after the young.
She can take the Ferrari outside right now.
Yeah, exactly. They stay going at the reception.
Go after the reception. Young as hell. The little young get done.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's all in, you know what I'm saying, I guess, where you at in life when it happened to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
What about you, young Malls? What you think?
I wouldn't be able to do it, man.
No, not.
I feel the same way though.
Cause man, like, I don't know. I think a lot of times, like you say, like how you say, like you just hear it, you can't control it. Man, girl be talking about some stupid stuff sometimes. They be talking about, man, I couldn't take the love and hip hop talks. I couldn't take the makeup talks.
You
I was
just
like,
don't like that show.
damn.
I just feel like he be ready to fight him.
If you just hearing about it all the time, you hearing about it all the time, and they say they in the next room and they all talking, or you're at the party and you hear them talking, you're like, man,
No, but that's different. You hear them talking out loud, like we talking about like hearing their voices.
in their head.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, so it's like
girls be judgy too.
It's like you sitting there talking and you hear her walking, saying something, she's thinking something else.
Girls go out just to judge people. They be.
He not lying. So one thing,
like, damn,
talking about like girls where I'm from, the first thing they look at is a nigga car. What he got on, his shoes. They be like, girl, he ain't got no money. Let's go. Or they be like, you bring a guy around them. Yes, that's how.
You know, I think the craziest would be like during sex, like you doing a bad job.
Ooh.
I didn't even think about that.
Yo, she's sitting there moaning loud as hell.
You over there sweating?
Girls, so.
She's sitting there moaning loud as hell within her head. She like,
yeah, you be right there, man.
You gotta think.
But
like, what if she thinking in her like, man, I gotta get out.
No, you talk real big shit, like right there.
But what if in her mind, like, it helps you out? What if she's sitting here like, damn, I wish this.
I want to marry this nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she in her mind, she like, yo, like, I wish this nigga flip me over, or I wish this nigga would do this. She like, oh shit, he did it. Oh God.
I wish you fished me.
She like.
So what if you?
Or what if she's sitting here like, oh, I wish she bring a friend in. I wish she bring his friend in there with us.
What she be like, damn, I wish.
Hell no.
Or what if she like, I ain't gonna count this on my body. This nigga dick small as hell.
Or you sitting there asking her how many, and she like 10.
It really don't.
I don't.
Explain that, bro. Explain that. So if
the number is 4. You don't never round up or down. It's only 4.
So Matt,
what Cole say?
So check out. If your dude mess with a guy, mess with a female. Listen, if your dude mess with a female, right? If your dude mess with a female, if your dude mess with a female, and I say the pussy was trash, are you gonna count that as cheating?
That was a good one.
That pussy was dry as hell.
It ain't even done. I don't count. That was a jaw. I
got burn marks on my dick from this pussy.
Does it count as cheating?
What is stupid? You threw some
It don't count.
I do a spoon of mayonnaise on the back, baby. Nigga, I wouldn't disrespect you like that. Where you get mayonnaise in a spoon?
Nigga got the mayonnaise ready in the room.
They got a squeeze in his back pocket.
He got a travel size thing like that.
You like she.
Nigga got the milk, got the
You got the little sandwich packet.
Little spoon right in the back.
Got the Miracle Whip
He click on her back.
Yo, you stupid.
Hell no, bro.
Is that cheating though? If it's whack, because if you can't count small dicks, then how come he can't count whack pussy?
Girls be all over the place with that shit.
Or stank pussy.
You got an answer for that?
That was a question for me?
Yeah.
What do you say?
How come you can't count stuff, but he gotta count everything?
Well, hold on, let's just.
I didn't say that a nigga had to count everything.
No,
I'm saying, like he said,
that's up to y'all who y'all want to count.
No, but he's saying, like you said, you don't count that body, right?
But if he was in a relationship.
But if he asked
so if like you said, if it was trash, and if I'm not counting that body, at that point it's a cheat.
He came and confessed and was like, look, baby, I know I stepped out on you, but it won't even worth it. I love you. I want to be with you. I look at you way
But
better.
he shouldn't have been cheating. Why is you cheating?
But he said it was trash.
But why were you cheating?
Because we guys, like, let's be for real.
No, stop trying to look. We're not gonna normalize cheating because I'm not going to be the one with that
playing
shit.
that narrative.
I'm not normalizing cheating.
Hold on. Let the man look.
What you saying? She's not gonna be realistic.
Talking to Pete. Hold on. Let that man talk. Go ahead. Speak in peace. Why you think cheating is normal for men?
Normal?
Like, okay, hold on. Accept it. No, cheating for men is accepted. We look crazy for the female.
That is true because, well, that's a different subtopic because I feel like cheating for females, like you said, like females get majority of females get emotionally attached when they have sex with when they have sex with the opposite sex.
True.
So guys have sex because guys naturally aren't made to like be with one woman. It's always been like
why?
Listen.
Let him speak.
All right.
You Muslim?
It's been like this since the biblical days.
Oh yeah, he Muslim.
Okay.
No,
This spit everywhere.
I'm serious.
You talking biblical? We talking biblical.
It's been like this since biblical days. Since we're from Africa, like we're from Africa, right? You have never known for one king to be with one woman. You've never known it. Like it is installed in us African Americans to not be with one woman. Now that we're in America, we have rules, we have laws now that we just supposed to follow, but we naturally do not want to be with one female. And it has nothing to do about it has nothing to do about emotional attachment. It has nothing to do with, we ain't about to edit this, Thomas. We ain't about to edit nothing.
Stop trying to caveat that you don't do it. Fuck, you do it too. It's in you.
No, chill out. No.
I'm just playing.
Chill out.
That's just a joke. That's just a joke. McCormick too. I said it. McCormick, Thomas McCormick, you're going to have to do a lot of editing. I said it.
Y'all doing a lot of sweeping.
Yeah, you see it? Bro, I wish we had video, bro. When video come out, these niggas gonna be screwed.
I'm waiting for you to be done with it.
They can never have none of that vote.
The black man do cheat.
No, I'm waiting for you to be done.
Look,
Okay.
I'm a member of the Faithful Black Men
it
Association.
is not installed in us to be with one female. And when
It's installed in me.
Like it's installed for us to have. It is installed.
Thank you. Talk for yourself.
Right.
Don't say
Right.
us.
I give you that.
Don't say us.
say
It's
us.
not installed in us
There you go.
because you said back in the biblical days, that's how it was.
But I'm saying there's
All
also
right.
people back then that could do it. The
Yeah,
same as there's
so what
people
I'm
now.
trying to
I'm just
say-
saying we came to America and they made laws that we're not supposed to do it. Like let's just be for real. Like if we want to be for real about it, all they did was make laws that you're
Okay,
not
so
supposed
let
to
me
do
go
this
back
and
to
do
the
that.
biblical days. When God made Earth, He made Adam, right?
Okay.
And from Adam, He made Eve. And Eve and Adam was a couple. If
No,
God wanted us to
they
have,
weren't a couple yet.
well, look, check me out. He made her from His rib
And who
made them.
stepped out first?
Like I
Who
said,
stepped out
hold on. But
Okay.
I'm not saying you're getting to that.
Let
I'm
her
not
speak,
saying
let her
that.
speak.
If he wanted Adam to have bitches, my bad. I'm sorry. I was getting offended because he got me hot.
You on both mics.
He got me hot. He got me hot. If he wanted Adam to have multiple women, he would have made Eve, Jessica, Sarah, Caitlyn, all of them. He would have made all of them.
Who told you the story? Like,
He would have
wouldn't
made
have no
all of
ribs
them.
You're just making up stuff.
No. He
Let's-
would have made multiple women for him.
Let's just be for
If
real.
he felt like,
Are we
if
being
he
for real
felt,
or are we not being for
I'm
real?
being serious. Do you get
Cause
what
let's
I'm
go.
saying?
I know what you mean.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Let her go first.
Like if he
Started off with
really,
one man and
wanted,
one woman. Of course, he started off with one man and one woman.
yes,
one woman.
so why?
That was just the beginning of his creation.
So then why
And then when
in marriage
Eve-
it's one man and one woman? This open marriage shit wasn't there. So why in marriage is one man and one woman?
Why has it been like that since we've been in Africa though? Why has it been like that?
That's what they made.
That's where we come from though.
It's more of the laws that we accepted when we
So that's what they
Exactly.
chose.
Straight into this culture.
Okay, so that's what they chose.
Exactly. And the white man made these laws that we supposed to just be like, okay, well we just have to
It's all
bow
law.
down and just be
It's
like,
true.
okay, now we can't be. Now we only have to be with one woman. But where we come from, we weren't with just one woman. Like we've always been with multiple. We always had your queen, but the king always had multiple women. There was never a attachment like with the other women.
I think also.
You bet not.
Go ahead.
I think also we gotta remember like back in those times it was different for men. Men, their whole purpose was I got to rule and reign, and women is supposed to be provided me with a family. So when they had multiple wives, it was to have sons.
But that's more to.
But
reproduce.
I get that,
So,
but that's installed in everybody. Every male.
It's not installed in everybody. It's not installed in every male.
What I'm saying is that it was like a different time, but you got some men that
I'm
still
telling you
feel
now.
that
Tell
way.
me one man that say it ain't installed in him. He lying.
He not
No, but it's
lying.
more like
It is
all right,
like-
look. But
Me.
You lying.
Because when you
It ain't
talk about
installed
the
in
kings,
there.
It's not. It's not in every man.
The
Two
kings,
lies
because
in
you
here.
talk about the kings had multiple wives and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and then the men with money they had multiple wives. But if you had no money, you can have multiple
Right,
wives.
you had
Because
one.
they didn't see you as
And
your
there's
bloodline
still-
is not
and
That's
very
the
good.
shot. What
And
happened?
they
They
have
said,
multiple
"By her
wives.
friends."
Hey man,
Listen.
everybody ain't the king.
Listen,
You ain't got no money.
Listen.
Look, I'm
You
saying,
got a nice car.
It's easy to say that, but it's easy to say that, but we don't. You never heard a story about someone who didn't have money or someone who wasn't a king. So you can't say that it like if
It
you
existed,
didn't have.
though.
Yeah, exactly. But we don't know stories about
Hey,
it. So
Okay, but-
it still could have existed. But who
I just
talks
watched
about
Game
the
of
peasant?
Thrones. I just rewatched Game of
So
Thrones.
crazy, made by an American.
But look, it's
Boy,
all,
and it happened.
I'd be like, but if you, it's like just like you can't really live your life 100% by the Bible and the religion you believe.
You really can't.
It's like it's all in what you believe because certain
Yes.
religions
So
believe in certain
you
things.
probably believe that, but what I'm saying to you, everybody else doesn't have to believe that.
Well,
So-
everybody else can say that.
But
that
I'm
they
saying,
don't,
what I'm saying
but-
But
is,
it-
see,
you
my
just
point
thinking
my point being is, even if you do say that, even if we do say it's in you or whatever,
Mhm.
there's people that have self-control that can not do that. That can be with one person and
You
just
don't
be
have,
with that
that
one
is
you're
person.
normalizing it. You're accepting
You're
it.
No,
just,
but
you're
that's
just
the
being like,
minority.
you're just
That
being
is
like,
the-
why?
that is
It's not
the
a minority.
All right.
It's not a minority.
I'm not saying that this is a minority, majority, or whatever.
It's
You're
not,
saying,
it's
Is it not the minority?
you're saying
it's
that
not a
it
minority
can't happen.
versus
Yeah or
majority
nay?
type
Yeah or
thing.
nay? Is it not the minority? That feel
So
like that?
everybody got to
That's
cheat.
not. Did I say everybody or did I say the
Yeah.
minority?
So
Is it the
everybody gotta
majority or
cheat.
minority that people like you said, like have self control, have this or that, whatever? Is it not the minority? Yes or no? Let's be for real.
Yes.
All right. That's the
Not
point I'm
everybody.
trying
Not
to make.
everybody.
And when
Not everybody
no,
can
no,
control
no, because
themselves.
when I preface this whole thing,
But my thing is-
when I preface this whole thing, I also said majority of men feel like this. I didn't say all men feel like that. I said majority. I didn't put down every
That's the
single
problem
guy.
wrong with a majority of men.
No, but-
Okay, well that's a different subject for a different day.
But it's-
I'm just letting you know.
But it's all in where you at.
I feel like that's what I'm trying to say.
It's like-
it's where you are as a
Right.
person. So it's not no majority men or minority.
Right.
It's not
All right,
none of
well,
that.
just-
Majority
Just
of
If you
personally.
got the mental capacity to do
Personally.
it,
It's not my
Because I
it's not hard.
I always say like a lot of the guys that I grew up with, like the ones that I was looking up to,
You get taught that.
they had this the one
say it. You're taught that.
You get taught that.
Okay.
like I said,
so,
most
But
of,
that's not
like you
majority,
said, most
though.
of
Because
the
that's the
male
way we
figures,
raised.
most of the male
Exactly.
figures in my household, my growing up, was only they wasn't going around fucking around.
'Cause, like,
with
honestly,
women.
What I'm saying is
Period.
that with the ones that I grew up looking at,
Mhm.
they wasn't looking at. I think it depends on how you look at women from their age, because they were older, saying, "I've had a wife, I've done this, I've done that," but now I'm at a place where I'm like, I know that this one is going to be the one that keep me in check. I
When you
want
say
that.
done this, done that, what you mean?
They've
cheated, they did
been married.
whatever.
Right.
They've cheated. They've been married. They
Okay,
divorced.
but
They have like
exactly.
they in a space now. So I don't know. Like for me, I'm more like I just like I look back at high school. It's a lot of stuff that I was like, why'd I do that? I was doing that because it was cool. Everybody else was doing it, but then I got older and I'm like, bro, I could have skipped all these steps and got to where I'm at now.
But
So
why
I
did
look
it
at people that I
naturally
look up
happen
to.
though?
I'm like, I could've-
cheating is not natural.
I think that
It's not
I think it's
natural.
all a part of finding yourself though.
But
Yeah,
Find
you don't
yourself
know
because
who you
don't
thank
know-
you.
Cause you still growing.
Mhm.
So you
I
telling
think
me-
in our day and age, we always assume that if you 30, you're getting old.
Right.
But to me, I always say once you pass 60, I feel like that's when you're like considered old. I think you have a whole life, but people they shrink it
Right.
down now.
To the
Everything
20s and
nowadays
30s.
is so shrunk down.
Right.
They wanna everything
agree.
gotta be quick.
Let me ask you this, Wolf. If you lived in a country where cheating was fine, it was cool to have multiple women, would you have multiple women?
I think I would, but I'm saying like it's about what you.
It's about the
How
ones
you
that
raised,
we
or
have
is
here.
it-
But I just want
I
to
also
jump in
feel
real
like
quick.
like he says, it's like how you grew up.
It's how you
Thank
grew
you.
up.
It's your
I'm
mom.
saying,
That's true,
if I
that's
grew
true.
up, like you said, the laws and all that here,
Right.
preventing that from happening,
Mhm.
changed how we grew up. Well, I'm not saying that there are people over there in countries like that still
Still
do
don't
things
do
with
that.
one
We
woman.
came from.
But I think
Yes, but that
that's
still don't
that's
do
like
that.
our heritage.
But I think
though.
that also speaks to like it speaks to like the way that we think, because for me, if somebody have multiple women and multiple men and they're okay with it, I'm thinking like that's a style of relationship that
Teach
y'all
his
like.
own.
But the style of relationship that I like is this, and that's why I feel like
But one thing,
people get it messed up because you get with somebody.
Sound like
y'all don't talk. You get with somebody. Y'all not talking
Let me
about
ask you this.
what y'all like.
Let me ask you
into.
this. If you knew a pimp,
Okay.
a full-blown pimp,
Yeah.
that had multiple women, a real pimp, right? This pimp had a son, right? His son, it gets in a relationship. He cheats on all the women he has, right? The girl's always like, well, why are you doing this, whatever, right? And the son's like, I don't really know why. Are you gonna be like, well, his dad is a pimp, or he's gonna be like, well, he just should know better?
no,
ask
it's
you
because
this.
No. Answer the question.
you don't have to be like, I don't get that example because you don't have to be like your daddy.
Answer the question.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
What's the first thing you're gonna go to? What's the first thing
I'm
you're gonna
saying,
go to?
did he grow up in
I
that
don't know about that
household
one.
seeing that?
Yeah, don't
No,
don't have to be like.
So that's like you saying a serial killer son's gonna be a serial killer.
Right.
No. I'm not saying he is going to be a serial killer, but if he was to be
but
a
he's
serial
saying it like
killer,
it's genetically passed
Yeah,
down.
he's saying like it's
That's not no
genetic.
I don't
genetic
think
shit
that's
passed
genetically
down.
passed
That's
down.
not genetically
Serial killer
passed
ain't,
down.
but I
I'm
feel
trying
like-
to say
Nah.
he's trying to normalize it.
Right.
He's trying to say
crazy.
just because your daddy is a pimp don't mean you gonna be a pimp.
I didn't
You
say
don't
that.
have to be
Did
a
I
pimp.
say that?
But there's
Did I say that?
I
Do you get what I'm saying?
Did I say that? I didn't
You-
simp.
I get what you said.
Do you get what I'm saying?
No, you say no.
I get what
Yo,
you said. I get what
Ray.
you said.
What am I
Right,
saying?
you're saying that you're gonna look at it like his dad was a pimp.
So it's only in him to cheat.
Yes.
No, it's gonna be. It's more likely. Yeah, that's gonna be.
And I'm saying that
It's not.
But it's not.
For me, I'm
This is
saying
what
that
we're
he's a
saying.
product. I'm saying he's a product of his environment.
Right.
Yeah.
So people from Africa are products of their environment, right?
Right.
Are we not?
Are you
But,
from
nigga,
Africa?
but look, be honestly, how we lived in Africa?
Are you?
Okay, thank you.
No,
No,
are you
really,
from
come
Africa?
on, come on, let's
Exactly,
go.
but it's still in
We
our
from
genes.
Africa,
though.
yes.
No, y'all, it's probably
So that's
in
like
your
you're saying-
family,
that's like you're
your
saying
genes,
it's-
in your family, but it's not in everybody
No,
else's.
you're from Coral Springs.
That's
so-
what
I
you
ain't
saying.
from
That's
them.
you
Oh,
saying
no,
that
no,
it's genetic.
Right, but I'm only
not
basing this
genetic.
like how
It's
we
not.
marriage is everything, right? But when your parents tell you about marriage, they don't tell you the good things.
Mhm.
But in the marriage, they don't tell you that
About
your
the
dad
rocky
cheated
road.
Exactly.
and y'all left each other, y'all separated. They left that
Exactly.
from you, so it's in the message of how they tell
okay,
you
and I
about
can
marriage.
agree with
Yeah,
that.
That's
what-
true.
And
I
they
mean, I-
will get. And from where I'm from, my mom didn't say, "Yo, go get married."
Mhm.
She just told me not to have a kid young.
Mhm.
That's it.
Like, and I agree with that because, like, for me and my sisters and brother and them, none of us are married. None of us, you know what I mean?
Right.
We feel like we're ready. But it's because how my mom was, how we saw her, it was apparent how the relationship was. So when we was talking to her about it, she's telling us things like, all right, you see this? A man ain't supposed to treat a woman like that.
Here,
So
I learned like
we were,
that too.
so we were getting that
I
at a
learned
young
like that
age.
too.
So
Okay.
it was like when you were growing up, I was like, man, I ain't saying I want to marry nobody until I'm ready.
Right.
Exactly.
Until I
Until
find-
that
I
person
agree.
shows you
I
that.
agree.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
agree.
saying so, but I think that in our day and age, it's so struck now.
Yes.
People saying
It become
you go up, like
Instagram goals.
how he said, like they was in their aunts, like, oh, you ain't married yet.
Yep.
It's forced on some
Yep.
people. So
Mm-hmm.
some people, it's like, well, I'm gonna get married because you know what I mean, I gotta do it. Or
I'm
some
30
people,
now.
or some
Like it's
people-
expected of me
Like
to
I'm
get
running out of
married.
time.
and then you got some people that
Yeah.
get married just because they had a kid.
It ain't even that
It's
you
like,
re-
bro, like you don't gotta.
And you ain't like you ready to do it. You just doing it just to do it.
Half of because like your
Just
own
to get
people
everybody
gonna
off your
look at
back,
you crazy.
man.
Yeah, your own people gonna look
I
at
seen
you
a lot of people
crazy.
get married because they had a kid. They get somebody
Yep.
pregnant, like I'm getting
Yeah,
married.
Yep,
that
for sure.
need to be cut.
And it be like because you don't want to look bad.
And I never
that you
got
had
it
a
because I'm
kid.
like that doesn't really make it right either. So
I mean, that's always
That's
been
not
like
gonna do
that
nothing
since,
for
like,
you. Hmm?
Since like the 50s and 60s, it's always been like that. If you get somebody married, if you get somebody pregnant,
Pregnant.
you got to marry them because you got to stay there and take care of your
Yeah,
kid.
you gotta
Yeah.
raise
But
the
then,
kid.
yeah,
and all
exactly.
that.
But as stuff like branched off, even like in the 60s and 70s, like you would have like married like families, and the dad would have like a whole nother family like right down the street from you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always.
And it's like the mom knew and everything, but it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I never understood that.
But I think a lot of parents like they want to hide that stuff from you because they don't want to see that side. But
Yep.
I
It's a
personally
part
feel
of
like
it though.
it's better.
It's a
Like
part
my
of it.
mom, I always respected her for it. She's straight up. If you ask her anything, she's gonna tell you straight up. She's not gonna hide stuff.
Mhm.
So I think that takes a lot
Would
too.
she come out and tell you if you didn't ask her though?
Nah,
Why not?
nah, she wouldn't come out and tell me if I didn't ask. But if the situation's right there, if the situation's right in front of you, she's gonna tell you straight up.
Oh, I feel you.
But in that, like how you say, for us, how that we raised, but also how your parents was raised.
Yeah.
Because my mom was raised where the man, it wasn't even about getting married. It was just about getting pregnant.
What
So
you mean?
like.
Oh,
when
in
she-
her days.
Right. So when she
Yeah.
graduated,
Yeah.
it wasn't even about going to college and school. she was taught
expect to have
to have a baby and live
baby.
off the system because that's what she was taught. She didn't know no
They didn't
better.
really have a system back then.
Right. But I'm saying like at least, but that's what I'm saying, right? So you only know. So even the next generation up for your parents, they get taught a certain way, and then they pass down.
Your parents usually have like 10, 11 kids. And
my daddy is number
Yeah.
10 out of 11.
See what I'm saying? My dad's number 10.
But it's the same mom and dad for my dad.
Exactly, same
mom and dad.
Same as
What I'm saying is, like you said, each time the parents, they, you know, they'll try to teach you better, try to at least show you something better. Because it's like, well, shoot, I didn't learn this part, so they'll focus more on this part of trying to teach you.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with what y'all saying, but I also feel like I agree with what y'all saying because if I just went off of how I was raised or how my family was, I wouldn't be in the military. I'd be somewhere selling drugs right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But you don't have to be like that. But I'm also saying like I feel like if I like sometimes I do have certain tendencies to like when I see people stand on the block, I relate to them. I can like I see myself in their shoes. I see myself. Cause I used to do that before I joined whatever. But it's like I see myself in those shoes, so it's more like I can relate more with it. Not saying it's right or it's wrong, but it's like I see where they coming from.
But you know how they told us when we growing up, there's only 3 ways out the hood. What is it? Sports, drugs, and rapping, right? So I'm growing up thinking if I don't make it in the NBA, I ain't getting out of Norfolk. That's literally was my mentality. And then I got to the point where, like, just luckily, like, man, I don't know what I did to my homie going to join into the recruiting office. Like, as much as we talk about it, we all blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I had a choice.
Well, so
I'm not.
like, this was it.
Like, this was my
This
last.
was it. You know what I'm saying? I had 2 months to get out my crib. If I ain't get out, I was fucked. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm
That's
not
That's another conversation for another day we're gonna
I
have.
agree with that.
Talking about getting kicked out at 18.
That's why, I remember that. Yeah, I did write that down. True story.
Cause that's some real black household shit.
Yeah.
My parents told me, look, you gonna start paying rent or you gonna leave.
You either gotta go to
I had that
school.
problem.
We saving that for another time? We saving that topic for another time?
We saving it for another one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we had like an hour.
But I say, but just we gonna move on. We're gonna
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Hit one more last time.
But I say just I don't want to wrap it up. But I feel like when it comes to certain things in life, though, we are privileged to certain things as far as marriage and how you view it. Because my family, we don't know. I only know we got one married couple that we idolize, just one, and the rest of them are just baby mamas and baby daddies. So if that's all I know, and even if as much I want to like not apply it to now, it took me time to get here to the point where I can honestly say for the first time in my life I can actually be with one female. But it took 7-8 year journey to get here.
But it's not impossible.
But it's not impossible.
It's not stuck in.
And then it's also to the point where some people reach that earlier.
Right.
Exactly. So it's not.
If you grow up with a mom and dad,
You mean like somebody reach it too early, like to where they reach it and they feel like no one else is like really at that stage or age?
But I'm saying like, there's people like was high school together and like the whole time they knew from the jump like, yo, I want to. This is a lifestyle I'm about. This is what I'm gonna do, and they stay together. I'm saying it's not impossible. I'm saying it's real unlikely. It doesn't happen often, but it happens, and they're happy and they good.
People win the lottery too, but ain't nobody sitting here.
But it's all about like I don't want to say
20
that,
tickets.
But do y'all honestly think, like, real talk, like, we can be real honest, like, do you think you can really be faithful in 2019? Like, I don't want to say faithful, but just have a positive relationship.
Are you saying in general
with
or
these new age girls?
Man, to be honest,
with these new age girls,
being faithful.
Are you saying in general?
It ain't just the new age girls; it's the new age men.
I'm saying
you right, Blake. You right, Blake. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying it's the new. I'm just saying it's like the era we growing up in.
Yes, it's the people. It's the generation. It's not
so it's like
women.
We grew up in a different generation.
Man, being faithful is only as hard as you make it, man.
Thank you.
It's only as hard as you. It's not like you out here getting like, you know what I'm saying, assaulted out here, right? It's like you go to a party, you know this girl that's been trying to get at you for a while gonna be there. You don't have to go. You can just pass. You know what I'm saying?
That's a perfect scenario.
I mean, it could be like that, or it can be as easy as, you know, you stay by yourself. This person want to come over, you was like, not just me and her, or not just me and him. Like, being faithful is not hard, man. It's not. It's like one less message, one phone call from just like not even happening.
So I got a question, right? So if you get to that point where you can't handle it, would you rather cheat because you don't want to lose the person you're with, or would you keep it 100 with them and then possibly lose her anyway?
Well, you can't handle what? Like being in a relationship?
No, you can't handle like you at that point where like not that you don't want to be with your girl. It's not being with her. It's just you're not happy or you're not satisfied
Like
anymore.
yeah.
But you don't want to leave her though.
See, my thing
this.
is, I'm an advocate. I'm an advocate for if you want to do it, if you gonna do it, if you want to do it, just break up with them.
Right.
I'd rather just be
also
single. I'd just rather be single and do my thing
I agree.
than hurt you.
Morally, that's correct.
Yes.
I'm saying I'd rather do that than hurt you, because I'm gonna put you through some bullshit.
That hurts more, and that's why by you cheating, doing that stuff, that hurts more. If you come to a woman, and I'm trying to tell y'all this because it's real, you come to me, I'm not happy with you doing this, this, and this. You're confronting a problem. Now that person can fix that. Now that person knows where to assess themselves. Mm-hmm. Your ass go and cheat on me, and you ain't telling me what the problem was. What was I not giving you that the other person gave you? You're not fixing the problem. You're making this situation worse. Because not only did you make a vow with me, or you made promise to me, you just broke it. A commitment. Thank you. Right. You just broke it, and now you brought another person into it, and now you have a whole now we have a whole shebang. That's not necessary. The problem right here can be fixed with me and you.
But today generation, man, people are so quick to want to cut somebody off.
What I'm saying is,
there's nothing wrong with communication. Like, if you gotta just swallow the pill and be like, hey, you know what, we was both wrong, but I'm coming to you first. But people don't want to do that.
Well, I'm saying, what's the issue of calling that person? Like you said, I'm in that position. I'm like, shit. Like, I really want to do this. I'm really not feeling it. At that point, why are you in a relationship?
Yes, get out.
So I'd rather either hit some J. Cole shit, call you and say, hey, what's good?
Cause it's like,
get
out. Like how you said, you're not like you don't want to be in it no more, but you don't want to hurt the person.
You're hurting them more by cheating.
I think you do hurt them more, and I think it's kind of wasting y'all time at that point.
Yes.
Cause now you really could be out here like, yo, I'm single.
I'd rather you go and try to find that person that's gonna do whatever you need to do for you. Yeah. And obviously, I found some other shit like.
Sometimes it's timing though. Maybe just.
The timing might be bad. Like,
that person that you need.
Yes, that too.
But man, to be real with you,
people ain't at that level yet. That's not on your time. Think about the other person. That's their time too.
But no, a part of it, if like you like her, but you just ain't there yet.
Whose fault is that?
So you say,
but I'm not blaming her.
You saying like you're not ready yet. Like
you think you really dope,
you attracted to her.
Right.
You love
checking
every box.
You just ain't ready there.
You're just not ready yet.
So take yourself out of the.
Right. I'm agreeing with
you. And you mean like if y'all breaking up?
What's being selfish?
The guy's being selfish. Technically, the guy's being selfish because he's like, yo, I like all this stuff about her, but I'm not ready.
But I still want to do my shit.
But it's like, I don't want to lose what I could have with this person.
I always say that's like putting somebody on hold.
Like selfish.
This hole right here. Yeah. I'm gonna be back.
That's what I'm saying.
Lock him in the cage. Look, we're in a relationship, but I'm single.
Yeah, but that's unnecessary. Just take
when
your
you could
ass
just
out of it.
do your. Cause the thing is, you going like you can find something. You can find something like that all the time.
But you know what's crazy though? I think that we say like you might say to yourself, and you might really believe that like I like this person, but I'm not ready. But in reality, is it that, or are you just saying like I'm gonna hold on to you and check it something better? It's something better than I'll drop you off and get this.
Yep,
yeah.
Thank you. But that's a real thing.
But one part, but in it though is, alright, so you cool with her, y'all been rocking for a year, and then y'all have a baby.
Damn.
So she everything you need, but then a baby changes everything.
But this also goes back to the not just getting married because you had a baby.
No. Like if you plan a baby, but say you chilling on a Monday, all of a sudden she walk in the door, I'm pregnant.
What you mean, like? So you're saying the baby changes it, like you don't like her no more?
Preparing for the baby, but if she spring the baby on you.
No, what I'm saying, is that goes back to the.
Spring it on you like
we're not just.
We
not just.
My bad. Like where you find my nut at? Where you found my bottle of nut?
I saw the rags you had there. I saw the Velcro socks.
You was there with a turkey base.
I saw that Velcro sock.
You said you went in the mouth and she went in the bathroom.
Spit it and put it in. Well, y'all, my bad. Like,
no, man.
One of them sex horror stories, man.
But yeah, I mean,
cause no, like I said, like you chilling. Like I think if you preparing for the baby, y'all can handle it well. But if y'all chilling, y'all vibing, y'all been rocking for a year, some change, and all of a sudden she get pregnant, it can really change it though.
It might change for the better.
Either or, the better or the worse.
Like you said, it could make you finally.
I think that's why, like, think
Well, of course it'd be either or, but
like I think
what's the more
honestly
likely
that's
to
why
be?
like it sounds corny. But I think that's what you had that talk like.
I'm not gonna comment.
For real, I think it more than likely it ain't gonna work.
It sounds corny, but like at that point where y'all stop using condoms, it kind of got to be a conversation.
No,
it's a risk.
Man, look, hold on. We gonna talk about this. We gotta be honest, man.
It ain't no risk.
We gonna talk about it, man. Look, these girls nowadays get offended if you bring it on.
It's true. It's true.
I don't know what you think I got.
But look, and you bring up birth
control.
control, they looking at you crazy.
What you think?
I'm on birth control.
When you get to all this hair, it's good pussy down there.
I think that when somebody say, "Look, I ain't trying to have no baby right now," it kind of brings up like, "Yeah, you right." Cause what can you say to that?
Exactly.
It sound good.
What you gonna argue?
What you gonna do in the moment, Wolf? When it's round 2 and you only got one condom.
What have you done in the
Nigga,
past?
put it back on.
Rinse it out.
Rinse it out.
You gotta roll it back up.
You know
You gotta go search. You gotta go search around the bedroom because you're fucking.
You say you flunk, you did this?
So splatter on your forehead.
You look for a blue glove?
No, I'm gonna go get the plunger. You flushed it.
You looking for some spare blue gloves?
Look, all I'm saying is it's a big risk.
Medically.
I think a lot of people nowadays, we don't really get into that talk or nothing. Like, we don't know.
Communication.
The communication is off. So then when it happens, the girl, she might be feeling like, this nigga got me pregnant. But like, you was a part of it too. But he might be feeling like, damn, she went up and got pregnant. Yeah. But, I mean.
She went up.
Yeah,
she's
like
how? Like, that's how it really be though.
Like you blaming each other.
Yeah, y'all blaming each other. It's not the
situation.
baby coming is not exciting. It's not.
Right.
Y'all not thinking about preparing and stuff.
Naturally,
You just
first thing you
upset.
want to do. Naturally, first thing you want to do is blame the opposite person.
Right.
You feel like you're not.
You're
in
like,
the
what?
wrong. That's what you want to do
Right.
naturally.
Yeah.
And am I saying this right or am I saying this wrong? No, but I'm just saying. Just like I said, the first conversation is this what naturally comes about?
You automatically gonna think like, damn, why would you get pregnant?
Yeah.
It's like,
This ain't a good time. Like,
you asking questions that don't make no sense.
and then to get the awkward silence, like, so.
Why would you go get pregnant, man?
What we gonna do? We trying to.
Like you said.
Like we didn't have to put it. Like what we gonna do?
So what's next?
I got my hat.
I got my.
You know, Rent doing the first. So.
That's crazy.
You take
Just, it's all jokes, man. These all
No,
jokes.
I'm just saying that plays into another
I'm
situation
saying these are
too.
real conversations people have.
Then it's like, all right, who if they find out that she is, then what will my family think or what my friends think
Man,
about
forget
this?
what they think. Shit. I'm
It depends.
wedlock
If
too.
you value your parents' opinion, yeah.
No, not being born out of not being born out of wedlock.
saying you
I'm talking
don't?
about what Phelps was
Oh
saying.
no, I don't give a fuck about what your parents say.
I don't give a damn. Like my folks, perfect. Shit.
But no, in it though is how you express yourself. I think nowadays we don't know how to express feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
We compress it, we hold it, and then you let it out one day in
You put
that
it in
fucking
a meme.
rage.
Just
You
put
put
it-
it in a meme and you go on Snapchat, you go on Instagram, you call your mama instead of talking to the person.
Because social media got people feeling like this is how their life needs to be.
Exactly.
And
But
this
that
is
is so
what-
true.
This is what a relationship's supposed to be.
Preach.
And this is what that's what's
Cause like
the problem in society.
I really do feel like
Tyler Perry.
I really do feel like sometimes like
Tyler Perry part of the
people
problem.
could just talk about something, but they don't want to say it, and a lot of it comes with society. Like, especially for men, if I told Macaulay like, hey man, listen, can I come talk to you? I'm feeling a little down. I wouldn't expect him to be like, yeah. I'd be like, y'all. First off, I feel weird asking him, even though he might be
because it's how society made
so-
y'all feel. It's
Yeah.
really the man is supposed to be tough.
Yeah.
I would tell
And
AJ all the time because I have a nephew.
Where that come from though?
What?
The man's supposed to be tough. The man's supposed to provide. Where that
It's
come
how
from?
Just like your
Oh, here you
thing,
go.
your culture,
There
whatever.
we go.
But what I'm
Is it
saying,
your culture or is it our culture?
your culture. So
From Jamaica.
like I was saying,
Obviously yours too, because you say the man supposed to be done.
I always tell AJ because I have a nephew. He always crying. If he cry, AJ say, "Stop crying. You're a man. You don't cry." That's not right. I tell him you're not supposed to tell him that. Let
Right.
him cry and let him say what's wrong so we can fix it.
Why?
Because why you gonna make that baby cry?
No, but Blake,
Or he's crying.
But Blake, you
Yeah,
saying that he can cry is the
balance.
same thing as saying
What you mean?
he should be the provider.
It depends on what he
He
cries.
got
Wait, what you mean by
That's
like?
a good
it's
question.
because y'all not able to let out your emotions. So when y'all are older and stuff, you realize you run into a person that is so full of problems.
It
They
goes back
so
to
full
being
of all
raised
these
the way he was
things.
raised too.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, but y'all
That's a
are
good
being
point.
raised
That's a good point.
that you need to be like this. You're not supposed to cry. You're not supposed to say how you feel. Then when you're older and you're trying to talk to a female and you're not being open enough and you're not being this and that, now you're looking at her like, oh, why she think I'm like this?
Or just,
Shut
and
up.
it's just like-
any problem in life.
Exactly.
It's just like when I talk to my homie who's locked up. I'll hear. Sometimes I'm talking to him and I hear how happy he is to hear about from me, but he won't say it.
Right.
He's not gonna say, man, I'm not really doing good or whatever. He's always, every time I talk to him, he's like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm straight. I'm straight. That's all he always gotta cover it up. But you can kind of hear it, just how happy he is to hear from you.
Yes.
You kind of hear like, man, you must have had a rough week, or however long it was since the last time you called.
Right.
But men are, I think we
Y'all
kind of don't.
conditioned like
We
that.
don't, we don't let it out. So now, like, if he comes out and he's full of rage when something happened, he's angry at everybody for some reason, like maybe he can't get a job or whatever the case is. It's like, I understand why, because you holding that in now.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have nobody to talk to, because even talking to me, who's your homie, you
You're
won't tell
not.
me.
You can't tell them.
So who do you have to talk to? Who do you
I-
have to, like?
Because even like, how do we compliment each other?
Female's supposed to be there for though.
I mean,
That's-
But
that's-
you're not like. You're not gonna be like that.
I was telling her, I was like, I think men, since we have a hard time like letting stuff out, sometimes we find those different like venues where we can go to say like, this is how I let it out with my therapy. Sometimes it could be just having sex with girls, and that could be it.
That's what.
It could be that. It could be. It could be. I know a lot of people that like they just, and a lot of girls too. A lot of not just men. A lot of girls, they'll just be smashing you like, why you do that? Like why you out here like? And she had no idea. But because he make her feel love for that 30 minutes or whatever the case is, that little gap, she gonna do it every time. She can't help it because she don't got no. And then how people always say it's daddy issues. They don't have nobody telling them that's a male figure like, yo, you beautiful or whatever. So when the man comes around, he's giving that to them. Like I was telling you, how I watched the documentary with the pimps, and he was saying when a woman is broken and you tell her whatever, she will do whatever for you. So he do whatever for her. He provide. He give her whatever she wants. And when he say I need a favor, the first time she did something for him, he was just like, I need a favor, and she did it because that was the only one that was looking out for her. So I feel like that's a problem now. Like we don't have nobody that we can talk to. We don't think therapy is a real thing.
Yes.
Especially in our culture.
Agree.
We don't think
That's
therapy
very
is a real
true.
thing.
Yeah, but when like you said, it's all in, like, because when you don't grow up with something, you don't know how to relate to it. Like, when I remember Vassell used to always say that man love, I was real talk, because I don't know how to express myself to a man. I know how to do it to a female, because I had my mom in my life. But when it comes to expressing to a male, how do we talk? Like, if I wanted to compliment you on your outfit, how would I say it? I see you, bro. You do your thing, man. You out here killing.
But you know what's
I ain't
crazy?
never said nothing to
You know
him.
what's crazy? I feel weird telling my male friends. I feel weird saying happy birthday. I feel weird saying that. I'm like, bro, happy B-Day, bro.
Yeah,
like, you have to put the bro in there.
Put the gangster on it,
You put the happy G-Day. They be like, happy G-Day. You can't never just say, yo, happy birthday, man. I love you.
Yo, we taking shots for your birthday?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
take a shot for me, bro. Like, but when you
It
think,
can never be like.
like, so my thing for 2019 was, really expressing how I feel to everybody. Like, when people die is when you get your most roses. But, like, why not tell people you appreciate them while we all here? You know what I'm saying? These moments we ain't gonna get back. Like, in reality, Thomas about to leave. We about to deploy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He about to be in the grave. I told him he got 2 car washes left. Everybody done, boy. He got a body cast. I swear. Ain't no more Macaulay Auto Spa.
Yo, let me get a wash for you done.
Let me get a watch when you die.
This nigga got goodie powders in his pocket right now.
Some little Debbie.
Now you got the goodie powder.
I don't know what the fuck that is. But look, all I'm saying, but like, that's why I'm saying, like, you have to, I feel you got to give people their appreciation. You got to give it while they're here, man, because these moments you're going to look back on and never get back.
You have to understand your friends too, because like for Phelps, if Phelps is gonna say, Phelps is not gonna say, bro, like I like those jeans or whatever. He's gonna make a joke. He's gonna make a joke to cover it up because he don't want to say it.
Yeah.
Every time you talk about my thighs being out,
Phelps not gonna
I take it as a compliment.
Phelps is not gonna
"Thank
say,
you, Phelps.
Phelps not gonna say, yo, I miss you. You know what he's gonna say? Hey, bro, you thinking about tomorrow? Are you thinking about suicide? Are you kidding? He gonna say something. He gonna say something
That
else.
sounds like you.
I ain't
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
you
yeah.
been thinking about suicide.
Yeah.
You gonna take yourself
He'll
out, man?
say, yo, like, where you been, man? Like, I've been wondering, like, where you been? He's gonna make a joke. So I think
yeah,
that
he do that. He
So I
do
think
that.
it's
You got one in the chamber? What's going on?
He'll hit you with a.
Yeah, we're a little bit more straightforward when it comes to that. Girls,
He'll hit you with a, I see you came in with them.
Hey, girl, how you doing? Da 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 da.
And y'all also got y'all things y'all do together. Like, you want to get your nails done?
Yes, we do. We do have those things.
But y'all don't hoop. What we do? We meet up for the fight, but then y'all don't like.
Yeah, but when we over there doing that,
You
we're
don't
talking
you don't like
and
that
stuff.
testosterone stuff.
You know what we do? We meet up for a Manny and Petty.
I'm saying, we try to meet up for a Manny and Petty now. Now there's jokes.
I asked fellas want to go to brunch. Fellas want to go to brunch.
Like what?
I want to go to dinner with a man, yo. It's weird to him. It's weird.
By my damn self.
We try to go.
We try to get some mimosas.
We try to get some mimosas.
Some dollar
That was the
mimosas.
He almost cried when you gave him a hug, boy.
Let me
Will gave him a hug. He's like, yo, stop. Bro. His little tear came out.
This man.
all I wanted.
God's playing video.
This is all I ever wanted in my life. I don't know how to express
Like
it.
Fresh Prince when the dad left.
You don't want me no more.
It's sad, man.
It's true though, man. But growing up, my mom tried to force that on me, and when I feel like you force it, it ain't real.
Force what?
My dad on me.
Yeah.
Like force it. Like
Yo.
For him to be in your life?
yeah.
Yo, look.
You saying like, you're gonna go hang out with him
Like
tonight?
you, like Friday, you going over there.
My mom would force that.
I'm like, bro,
And then- and
I don't want to go over there.
But coming
Honestly.
from, I can see because I have kids, whatever.
Yeah.
So I can see coming from a parent's point of view. Even if a child says they don't want to be there, a parent would be like.
But it's
you know what?
different. It's
The
different.
dad reach out versus
It's
the kid reach out.
Yeah, it's different because
True.
like for you, I see you with your kids. You always with your kids and everything.
Yeah.
So if your son is being stubborn, he's like, man, I ain't trying to go to this, and you say you coming, you know he's gonna have a good time. But y'all vibe is different.
Right.
Y'all close. For me and my dad, we don't talk. Like he came
Right.
home sometimes. I'm like, your dad, I'm like, I don't know if he's home, and he'll be home the whole day.
Yep.
So we didn't talk at all. So when she's saying stuff like, go to this with your dad, whatever, I'm like, bro, we don't
No.
talk. So now we sitting like this. We watching TV or the game or whatever. We're
No
sitting there,
time.
and we're not talking to each other. So when it's forced on you, you do feel like, man, I ain't trying to do this, man.
Exactly. And I feel like as the parent, like you need to reach out to the kid, man. Like you shouldn't have to want to force a relationship with your dad because your dad knows where you at. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to take that
My
responsibility on
dad
yourself.
be telling my sister, man, well, I don't know what his problem is. They don't be calling me. I'm like, bro, what you mean?
Bro, my family be doing that shit all
I'm
the
like, how are
time.
you telling me?
They be like, well, we ain't
Bro.
talked to you in 2 weeks. I'm like, y'all got
dad-
my number.
My phone work too.
My
Y'all got my
dad
number.
He don't know stuff like people like our birthdays, middle names. He don't know that stuff. So imagine you having a father who is supposed to be like raising you, whatever, and he don't know the basic stuff. The basics. He don't know that. Like if my mom was have to tell him like, mom have to remind him. You know what I mean? She have to remind him like, hey, it's his birthday. It's not gonna give him a call.
But we remember stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Women, we
Yeah,
gonna
women-
remember your birthday and stuff.
Yeah.
But
You
that's
gotta tell me your name, your middle name one time. I trust and believe I'm gonna remember Dominique.
Bro,
But that's why I told you the balance, right, between that nurture and then the aggression for the
Yeah,
man
yeah.
to get that balance. Which I don't know. Do I fully believe you need a mom and a dad? Because the best players is usually raised by single parents. You know what I'm saying? By a single mom or a dad. I gotta do this for my mama, man. I'm about to go score 50, man. I'm about to go do this to get out the hood, man.
But when you see, it does. It makes
See
sense.
how the
But
Ball brothers doing.
when you see like the
Terrible.
Ball brothers ain't
You
shit.
grow up with a mother and dad, that's what you get.
See what Kyrie Irving doing. Kyrie Irving ain't bullshit.
Nigga LeBron, one of the goats.
Bron don't even know his dad.
He don't even know it. Nigga, Jalen Rose dad played in the NBA and he still didn't know that nigga. That nigga
He ain't lying.
Still left him.
Number one pick and all that shit. High profile as hell.
Jalen Rose was famous as hell. His daddy still don't give a fuck about him.
It ain't even like he ain't had money to take care of him. He was just like,
I know, right? He just like, fuck.
it don't get no worse than that, man.
You made it and he still don't give a fuck. Like,
You one of the top recruits in your draft class. He still don't give a damn.
Telling you, Steph Curry is the only exception.
Yeah.
Only exception.
Yeah, that is. That's crazy, right?
Only exception. And Steph Curry ain't even good.
He's great. He getting better.
Nah, Michael Jordan has that, right? He talking basketball.
He had his dad.
He had both his
I don't know if he
parents,
had his- Yeah, I think so. But no, but it's all in the luck though, to be honest, because you don't choose your parents. You don't know what shit you about to be raised into.
True.
It's all in, like I told my mom one time, I was born to lose. She was like, why you say that? And you think about it.
Why you talking about that to your mama, man? What the hell is that?
Bro, look, no, it's in the,
Ain't that
gotta
a-
keep it real.
it's real though, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Ain't that a Wale line?
It was a joke, man. Come
But like, when you like, it's because I have a different relationship. Like if I put my mom on right now, y'all wouldn't know I'm talking to my mom. You keep 100 with your mom. I talk to her not like my mom, but as a friend. So you have conversations that you normally don't have, like I said about the marriage and shit that they keep from you.
I ain't with that bullshit. My mom always told me she want my friend. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I ain't one of your little friends right here. Let's talk to me with some damn respect.
I guess it depends on when you get older. Like,
I was gonna say,
She
as
had
I
me at
got
19.
older.
She had me at 19 though, so.
so y'all grew up together anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I had the same principles.
We had the same math teacher, actually.
Yo,
Real talk, we had the same math teacher. But I guess it's different.
Your sister this lead here? Nah, that's my mama.
That was my mom.
She just lived about 3 years ago.
Said, that's your mama?
It is crazy though, right? I guess she actually was.
Y'all raising each other.
Yeah, no real talk. Had my brother at 20.
It's crazy.
She was back to back.
Hey man, life is
Oh, monkey don't stop no show.
show goes on, man. Show goes on, man. Pussy was popping back in the day, man.
You crazy rich.
Mama ain't care.
I said the show don't stop for
Can't
one
do
month.
this, man. We can't do this.
It's coming soon.
Bro, man, she don't listen to the podcast. She be alright.
But what if it blow up? She like, that boy said all this on the podcast.
I went back and heard your first and second episode.
Told all my little business.
Mama, I love you.
All right. Thank you for listening to Nice Guys Finish Last podcast, episode 3 in the books. Episode 4 coming soon. We might be a little lighter, episode 4, but y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all next time.